your video game career?
Yeah, I've invested in 2 Kickstarters. I'm still waiting on my thingies to come through, though.
Is it?
I'm waiting. I think I've been on 2 or 3. I got the beta for the one, and actually played it here on stream the other week. Super Indie Cards. It's looking good.
I've done
Needs a little work. And Culina is still getting updated, or we're still getting updates about it. But I know a couple of team members were sick and busy over the holidays, so bit delay. But they keep cranking out screenshots and stuff. So, and it's just a visual novel, so it's not going to be nearly as...
And to answer your question before, RoboDuke, I am sure that, like, when he's talking, he's saying ideas that he himself probably threw out in, like, a board meeting before numbers and codes started getting written, you know? And, he's not, like, Rock, Paper, Shotgun, I don't find anything wrong with the interview they did, but I wouldn't call him a pathological liar. He's an
yeah, it was definitely overly aggressive out of the gate.
Yeah, he's an over-hyper. He's saying the best features that he wants to use and making them sound like they're guarantees in his game. Problem is, fucker's been doing it for like the better end of 2 decades.
Yeah, I still...
Stop, Roomba!
I still vividly remember him saying that line about the trees for Fable 2. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, we all looked at the Xbox at this time. It's like, even this machine can't do what he's saying.
Actually, that might have been Fable 1, actually.
Yeah.
No, Fable 1 was the trees were gonna, like, they leaves would fall off with the seasons, and you could watch them grow larger in semi-real time.
Okay, 2 was then you will plant a tree and be able to watch it grow over time and cut it down and count the rings, and oh my god.
Whatever.
Yeah.
His only crime is caring too much.
Yeah.
He's just he makes the mistake that so many devs make, is that let your PR guys talk and you shut the fuck up. You're not trained nor have the know-how to talk to the press. The press isn't people. The press are animals, man. Their job is to get something juicy out of you, whether it be good or bad. They don't care as long as it's juicy to get people to read, watch, or whatever do the thing it is they make money by doing.
Yeah,
And that's why you need trained professionals to talk to these people.
Yeah, I need to read the, Caitlin Cook did an interview. Not Caitlin Cook,
Laura
Buzz did an interview.
Laura Dale.
Yeah, did an interview.
I'm like, that's her Twitter name. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Laura K. Buzz is her Twitter. I kind of want to read her interview she did for The Guardian.
Laura Butts.
With him that apparently came after he did the interview for Rock, Paper, Shotgun. So it's weirdly him now being reflective on all the shit he just admitted to.
Yeah, but he does that after every game. Like,
Yeah, so...
Again, that's not new with him.
Did I get it? I don't think I got it. Damn it. Sorry.
He has systematically apologized for his previous game for the last 5 games he's made.
Yeah. The Jim Sterling calls it the Molyneux cycle,
Yeah.
and it's very true.
It is most certainly a thing.
I mean, I don't even follow game devs closely, like, at all, because, again, to agree with Sterling, since that's what we seem to be doing right now, you as the consumer, it's really not your job to care. Like, it's really not. But, like, just because, you know, Fable was, again, great games, way overhyped to be better than what they actually are.
Yeah.
If you ever played them raw, like I did, they were fun.
Oh, stupid bear got in my way. I'm sorry.
And they did do a lot of things ahead of their time, especially Fable 3, where it was like, right in the first 10 minutes of it, it's like, here's a terrible decision for you to make. Do you let the love of your life live? Or do you let all the townsfolk live? Because you have to make a choice right now. And I'm like, alright, that's kind of cool. But that game was like promising.
This town sucks.
Yeah,
Kill him.
Yeah, the town did have like 3 characters, and they all looked
And
alike.
let's not forget the hardest decision of all. Will you kick this chicken or not?
Oh yeah, every time. Chickens have to.
Chicken chase, eh?
Chickens have it coming in every game.
Chicken chaser.
You know how much jail time I did in fucking Skyrim because I would refuse to let a chicken live? Fuck those chickens.
All chickens must die.
All of them must die.
Oh, I so torqued that guy. Oh man.
Olay!
Oh my god, you have like a chip of health left and it's my fault. That was cool.
Man, I died and
I nearly murdered you.
respawned, but we've been away from this spawn point for so long, guys respawned.
I'm coming.
That's alright. I'm having fun watching the Twitch channel and seeing what you guys were talking about 40 seconds later.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to you.
Oh, that actually worked. Or you killed
I
something.
did. I did it by accident.
couldn't
as
stop
well, 'cause
fire.
I was fun zerking. So I just happened to kill something because I wasn't even paying attention.
Everything's great. You fun, sir.
Oh, hey. Corporal Bob. Sorry, no duels. Fighting Corporal Bob. Space Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, you got space legs.
If it's one thing Space Dandy has really taught us, is that everything's better with the word space in front of it. By the way, if you're not watching Space Dandy, do yourself.
Yeah, I saw that for the first time a few months ago. I was like, what the shit?
It's so good. It's so good.
I've watched the first bunch of episodes.
It's
Yeah,
It's a
Oh,
very
saw
good
what?
show. It's anime via Adult Swim.
It's like the misadventures
yeah.
of young Zap Brannigan is basically the premise of the show.
I never did get around to that. I should do that.
That's like, what if the guy who made
Yeah, I watched
Cowboy
it at
Bebop
Major
said,
Tom.
I want to make an Adult Swim show, which is exactly what happened.
And then he did! And good on him for doing it. That
I think
year.
that's amazing considering, like, you know, Cowboy Bebop has a bit of comedy, but overall it's quite serious. And for the guy who made that to go to Adult Swim, to go to William Street and say, I want to make an original show for your channel, is amazing. And then
Well, you
to
gotta-
make it just like all those other weird comedy shows where continuity matters and both doesn't matter, because we could end an episode with everyone dying, and the very next episode they're all going to be back.
And they do for like the first 8 episodes
Yes,
of that damn show.
that is what they do for the first bunch of episodes. Everyone dies at the end of every single
And
one.
yet there's still a continuity. And
Yeah, and yet still like, oh, now this talking cat is on our crew who we met last episode, and even though we all died, we're all alive. Doesn't matter.
And that gets explained in season 2 by basically saying, meh. Space, man. Crazy shit happens in space.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah,
am dying.
it's a fun little show.
I was working on it. It
Damn
didn't work.
This is not gonna work.
Who let the
If anything, we're just
Yeah.
gonna spawn closer to the drop-off point anyways, or whatever.
It's a good show with a good voice, a good English voice cast. I don't know who's on it, but they're good. It's weird when being younger and having terrible English voices for all anime, and nowadays it's like, no, this is a big industry. We can
Are
afford to
you
hire
talking
good people.
smack on Viz's regular cast?
Dude, back in the day, English dubs were the fucking worst.
I don't know. Fucking Outlaw Star.
Ranma
was
1/2
great.
was okay,
Ranma 1/2 wasn't too bad.
Outlaw Star was fantastic.
but that was Canadians. It was an American, so that's why it was better.
Outlaw Star also not too bad.
Cowboy Bebop was great.
Cowboy Bebop is like the pinnacle.
Cowboy Bebop was pretty solid.
I mean, like One Piece.
Oh my god, I love the item of the day in the machine right now.
Oh,
It's a Oz kit, acid ack, and it's little like comment that it says, "I said across her nose, not up it."
beautiful.
That's awesome.
Squirty slams.
Thank you. Clean
Actually, really nice. but way too
Squirty
expensive.
slam.
Yeah, it's acid.
Shall be
See?
I get it.
See, it works with all elements, man. You can't just have one element. You can open your mind.
Those are all the different
I'm
flavors.
sorry, Shocky Slam still sounds better.
It does, yes. It was also because it was said so obscurely. It's like, what?
I don't know where you guys are. I went to turn in the mission. Oh, you all have heads now. You might want to
Oh, we have heads.
pop your jimmies.
If I go any further, I'm sure I'm gonna accidentally trip something and get my ass
I'm
killed.
coming
Yep,
to
there's
you,
bad
so
guys. All right, I'm staying away because I see bad guys, so I'm just gonna hang out here
Of course, I
where
already
the bad
have
guy
that
can't
I
head.
see
already
me.
have that. Yeah, you do already have that.
No, I was
head.
like, wait, I already have that head because I played Claptrap.
Or you know what? I'm gonna snipe him from here so he won't bother me.
I am the one true Claptrap.
There can be only none.
Legacy claptraps.
Like my soul.
Where is he to snipe? There he is.
So I was bitching about tacos, but I bought these
I will snipe all of you.
cheesy Fiesta chicken taquitos at the local market. Ordered from me.
Taquitos.
They're actually really good.
And I'm out of sniper rifle.
Did you have to cook them yourself, or was it like you bought them there?
They were pre-made to be microwaved. Like
Yeah.
they're not like shitty 7-Eleven ones.
Ford Fiesta.
They're all hand rolled and ready to go. But
They're not.
here.
They're not the sad, lonely taquitos spinning endlessly inside a 7-Eleven.
No, don't get me wrong. Like back in the day, there was definitely a time and place for that shit for me too. 'Cause,
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Someone's got to eat them at 11:30.
Yeah, it's on the other side of a 40. That's where the time and place
Dude,
is.
you're talking to a man who used to enjoy a half-pound bacon cheeseburger big bite quite a bit.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I mean,
I used to love to eat those things, dude. And cover them in nacho cheese.
dude, when 7-Eleven first came to my town, yeah, that's how ass backwards we are. We didn't get 7-Elevens here until I was 24. That was the greatest.
I grew up with 7-Eleven. I grew up with one right up the street from where I used to live. It was like the mecca of my neighborhood because it had an arcade and it had all the snacks you wanted and Slurpees, and it was amazing.
Arcade, what?
Yeah, our 7-Eleven had a very small arcade that would have a pinball machine and 2 stand-ups.
Yeah, we've established this.
Yeah,
The three of you
the
live in
the ones near me
civilized
always
areas.
had one stand-up.
I live in the boondocks where there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, there's dirt.
I lived 30 minutes outside of Philly, probably, was where I grew up. So it wasn't. It was suburban, but I wouldn't call it like, you know, the
It's a hell of a
center
lot
of
for half.
culture.
Yeah.
Hey,
I remember near where my friend lived, there was a bootleg tape place, and they had a, what was it? Samurai Showdown 2 machine.
Nice.
So we would play Samurai Showdown 2 with counterfeiters all the time. It was great.
Sweet.
even as a kid, we had to drive all the way to Providence, Rhode Island, to, like, do anything fun.
I always remember Samurai Showdown machines. Like it was always, at least in this area of New Jersey, in Central and like Northern Jersey, all the pizza places around here always had Neo Geo machines.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it was, but they.
Actually, yeah, there's a
Yeah,
pizza
we
place
had
not
a
far
lot
from
of
that other,
Neo
the
Geo.
Samurai Showdown machine. They had a Giga Wing too, or not Giga Wing, but
Yeah, like
Arrow Fighters too.
yeah, like I
The one with the dolphin flying a plane, that one.
I could think at least of 3 around me that used to always have a Neo Geo machine. One named Vito's, I think, doesn't even have it anymore, and they were the one that always had it and would actually rotate out games. Like you'd go there and they would have a couple different games every couple months. But I don't see that much anymore. That's the kind of cabinet I would love to own. I'd love to own a Neo Geo cabinet, if anything. Like a 4-slot Neo Geo cabinet.
Probably just be easier to buy a Neo Geo at this point.
Probably.
I mean,
It's also called ROMs.
The other workers call them boils.
There it is.
Whatever.
well,
Angry
yeah,
bastards
but
really
I mean
think you
that's
people. Keep your distance.
there is something to owning the actual device. though.
Exactly, yeah, totally. I would love to own a Neo Geo console, man. Those cartridges, they weigh like 20 pounds or
I know,
something.
they're fucking nuts, dude.
They're fucking huge.
They look like ammo boxes. They're fucking insane.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome looking.
I just remember that as a thing that that was a thing that had that big-headed fucking caveman game that I never knew the name to. I now know it's called.
No, well that's not Neo Geo, that's TurboGrafx.
See, I wouldn't know because like that was in like the nether region of the Toys R Us in my neighborhood, and that wasn't a real video game system because we all know there's only 2 real video game systems, and that's Sega and Nintendo.
That's true. And Super Nintendo had Super Bonk. Had a version of Bonk.
Not in my neck of the woods.
No such thing.
You
Not in my America.
You take your crazy mixed video games and you go where you came from, sir.
That, and I believe Game Boy had its own version of Air Zonk, which was the sci-fi robotic ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forget what I forget what the Game Boy game was called, but
That's weird. Yeah, Air Zonk's pretty rad. That's on TurboGrafx.
it's like Atomic Punk or something like that.
Or as it's known in Japan, the PC Engine.
Man, for such a cheap,
Yes, and the character was PC Genjin.
for such a cheap crappy does not stand the test of time well handheld. Dude, the original Game Boy had so many good games.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was a really well-timed second win.
I have multiple original Game Boy games on my 3DS.
Yeah, me too.
I've beaten Super Mario Land 2 on my 3DS because it's an amazing game.
Link's Awakening is still one of my favorite Zelda games.
I have that
It's
too.
my second favorite.
It's the first one I ever
So
beat.
it's tied with Link to the Past, I should say.
I forgot how awesome that this is for cloudy slamming.
Oh, the duck? Yeah, the duck is amazing for slamming. Because you get enough height to do it like every time.
Torque Fiesta. Just saying. I know it hit Rebo, dude. Rebo, dude. I can't talk anymore.
Reba Duke? It's like a robotic Reba.
Reba McEntire?
Yeah, that one. The red-headed country singer
Max
sitcom.
Rebo?
Or Max Rebo and his band. Either one. I'll take them both.
I always liked, what is it, Robot Chicken's version of Max Rebo. Come on, man! I'm gonna be late for the gig, man!
Oh no.
Oh no?
Not this part.
Oh god, are we going out into the floating atmosphere of doom?
Welcome to Floaty Jump Hell.
Oh, you guys made it to the shit part of the game.
Ugh.
Switching to acid.
Oh, this.
It's
Okay.
not done yet. The central complex
On a
is
scale
occupied
from
by
1 to
dolphins,
fuck
the
my
only
life.
overlord.
Yeah, have fun for the
All my
next 4
teams is for
hours.
you on your map.
I hate this part.
I'm turning on some worker bots.
Come
out
on,
there.
Australia. Why did you think this was a good idea?
This is the
Just
worst.
follow the worker bots.
Like, I
Don't
get what they were
get
going
involved.
for, like a spacewalk kind of thing, but
I also just noticed that half the things we're fighting have skulls next to their numbers.
yeah,
Oh
we may want to teleport out of here.
no! Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
want to do some side questing.
Yeah, we're gonna get killed real quick.
Or I could just walk off the edge of this pipe by accident and die. You know, that could happen too. I'm gonna shocky slam my way to death. Wow, this is taking forever. Okay, now I'm dead. That took a long time.
Well, you are up really high.
Yeah, but it took way too long. That was too much.
Nico, are you the guy who's sharing his love with the Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain games with me?
Say what?
I was talking to somebody semi-recently about how disappointed I was in Nosgoth and how I missed the Legacy of Kain games. Was it you?
Anyway, I guess you're on your
Maybe
own.
briefly, but it was a while ago.
Okay, well, it probably wasn't you then. Anyways,
That first game was pretty good.
they were all pretty good, except
Soul
for
Reaver, or not the first
it-
one. I mean the second one, technically.
Yeah, I was gonna say all except for Blood Omen 2. They were all pretty good, but this really hurt. Apparently, 40 minutes of footage of the game that was going to be the real next Legacy of Kain came out. The one that they scrapped to make Nosgoth instead. And it looks really
Yeah.
fucking good, dude. Like, it looked so good. It's like, oh, the knife, it twists.
I watched a little of it. It looked good, but at the same time, it looked like it definitely needed some improvement.
Yeah, it was also alpha footage, though. I mean,
Yeah.
God, I wanted that game so bad.
I don't know where the exit is. Oh, there it is.
There's a door here, but that's not a fast
I was
travel.
No, that's where we want to go. We want to go back that way, and just find a
Okay.
quick travel to something, anything.
yeah, pick some other missions.
Yeah,
That
we
was-
need to start doing, like I said, that's why I said pick the thing, start the side mission, because I knew we were probably getting way behind again.
Oh, I know I had something I wanted to ask you guys about since we're talking about video games and stuff and things that old video games as well. Did you see that whole thing about what was it where they were like, come up with an idea for these games and maybe
Yeah.
we'll use it?
Yep.
What did you guys think of that crazy stuff?
I
Like
think
with Gex, where they're like, think up an idea for Gex and maybe we'll use it.
I think it's the old expression, a million chimps with typewriters. And hey, you know what? If you guys are an indie group that don't mind the pretense to that and just looking for work, yeah, fucking, spend a 3-day weekend, see what you come up with. You might
Nice.
get lucky.
Yeah, you never know.
You get to keep 80% of the fucking money from it.
Yeah.
I mean, whether that's,
There you go.
$10 or, 10 grand.
Maybe I should start throwing up ideas for the new Gex.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, it's like you'll get partial reward, but none of the risk. So it's like, okay. I mean, I personally think that they could have come up with some better franchises to try to resurrect. But hey, I play another Fear Effect game.
Yeah, oh, isn't that what it was? It was what? It was Gex?
Gex, Fear Effect, and then another one I've never heard of.
Yeah, something I don't think I've ever heard of either. But
No,
yeah,
am I kidding? I played another Gex game.
it was alright. Not
It was okay.
Not the worst.
It was better than, I forgot what game I was thinking of.
It wasn't as bad as Bubsy 3D.
It was Sony's.
Nothing was as bad as Bubble.
It was Sony's answer to fucking Super Mario 64, and no, it wasn't nearly as good, but it was fun.
I remember having a lot of fun with, was it Gex 3D, did they call it, or was it just...
Gex 3D was the 3D one. There were side scrollers
And
before
this
that,
was
though.
Gex.
Yeah.
What was it, in the pictures or in the movies or in motion? I forget.
Yeah, because I think I only played Gex 3D on PlayStation, not a 2D side-scroller. I only played the
Yeah,
3D
because
one.
the 2D one was on like 3DO and
Yeah, I remember the demo
Something
at.
else.
I remember the demo at Service Merchandise and Circuit City.
I remember...
Those stores.
Am I not?
Yeah, I remember... of course I remember Circuit City. I bought my
yeah,
I
we,
bought
I,
my
we didn't
Nintendo...
really, I don't
60
think
Circuit City.
service merchandise was really a thing in this down this far.
I bought my Nintendo
But-
64 at a Circuit City.
When I was